Welcome back to AFT Dice Season 4. It is round 11. Let's go to the first game. It is Western Bulldogs versus Essendon at Marvel Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. And the first quarter is nearly done. It's done. Western Bulldogs kicked 4-1 to Essendon 4-2 in that first quarter. Essendon up by a point in the first. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter was pretty much even. Essendon kicked 4-3, Western Bulldogs 3-4. And at half-time, Essendon are leading by a goal. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter was very even again. Essendon won that quarter by 3 points. Western Bulldogs kicked 1-1 to Essendon 1-4 in that third quarter. And at three-quarter time, Essendon are up by 9 points. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Bulldogs won the quarter, but Essendon won the game by 7 points. All right, let's go to the second game. It is Fremantle versus Sydney at Optus Stadium. And the first quarter's done. Fremantle are up by 1 point, 32 to 31. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter is done. Fremantle kicked 4-3 to Sydney 3-5. And at half-time, Fremantle are up by 5 points. All right, let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Fremantle have come out. They've kicked 6-4 to Sydney 2-1. And at three-quarter time, Fremantle are up by 32 points. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Fremantle have won by 54 points. They kicked 6 goals, 6 to Sydney 3-2 in the last quarter. The final scores, Fremantle 21-15, 141 to Sydney Swans 13-9, 87. All right. Sydney are still on the bottom. Fremantle push a little bit up the ladder. All right, let's go to the third game of the round. It's Richmond versus Melbourne at the MCG. The first quarter's done. Richmond have kicked 6 goals, 3 to Melbourne 4-3. All right, let's go to the second quarter. And the second quarter, Melbourne have kicked 3-2 to Richmond 2-5. And at half-time, Richmond are leading by 9 points. All right, let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Richmond kicked 5-4 to Melbourne 3-6. And Richmond are up by 19 points at three-quarter time. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Melbourne kicked 5 goals, 6 to 3-3 to Richmond. And in the end, Richmond have only won by 4 points. What a last quarter. Richmond final score 16-15, 111 to Melbourne 15-17, 107. All right, let's go to the fourth game. It's GWS Giants versus West Coast Eagles at Giants Stadium. And the Giants have come out. They've kicked 6 goals, 5 to West Coast 3-2 in that first quarter. Let's go to the second quarter. And the second quarter, West Coast have kicked 5 goals, 6 to GWS Giants 2-6. And at half-time, GWS Giants are leading by 3 points. Let's go to the third quarter. And the third quarter, Giants have kicked 6 goals, 3 to West Coast 4-2. And at three-quarter time, Giants are leading by 16 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, the Giants have won by 8 points. Final scores, Giants 16-19, 115 to West Coast Eagles 16-11, 107. All right, let's go to the fifth game. All right, let's go to the Carlton Geelong game at Marvel Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. And the first quarter, it was even 1-2 apiece. All right, let's go to the second quarter. See if anyone breaks away. Well, Carlton have kicked 4-2 to Geelong 2-5. And at halftime, Carlton are leading by 9 points. Let's go to the third quarter. And the third quarter, very even. Carlton 2-5, Geelong 2-4. And at three-quarter time, it is 10 points the difference. Let's go to the last quarter. In the last quarter, Carlton have kicked 4 goals, 4 to Geelong 2-1. And in the end, Carlton have won by 25 points. Carlton final score 11-13-79 to Geelong 7-12-54. All right, let's go to the next game. It's North Melbourne versus Brisbane at Marvel Stadium. It's the top 2 teams. All right, first quarter, North Melbourne have kicked 5 goals, 1 to Brisbane 2 goals, 2. North Melbourne are up by 17 points. Let's go to the second quarter. In the second quarter, North Melbourne have kicked 6 goals, 2 to Brisbane 3 goals, 2. And at halftime, North Melbourne are leading by 35 points. Let's go to the third quarter. And the third quarter, very even, 1-4 apiece. North Melbourne 79 to Brisbane 44. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, 6 goals, 4 North Melbourne kicked to Brisbane 6 goals, 2. And in the end, North Melbourne have won by 37 points. Final scores, North Melbourne 18-11, 119 to Brisbane Lions, 12 goals, 10-82. All right, let's go to the next game. It's Adelaide versus Gold Coast at Adelaide Oval. Gold Coast, they've kicked 6 goals, 2 to Adelaide 5-5. Gold Coast are in front by 3 points. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, very even. Adelaide kicked 2 goals, 2 to Gold Coast 2-3. Halftime, Gold Coast are leading by 4 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Gold Coast have kicked 4 goals, 6 to Adelaide 3-3. And at three-quarter time, Gold Coast are up by 13 points. All right, let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Adelaide kicked 6 goals, 3 to Gold Coast 4-2. And it is a draw. Adelaide final score 16-13, 109 to Gold Coast 16-13, 109. Oh, what a second half that was. And it's the first draw for the season. All right, let's go to the next game. It's Port Adelaide versus Hawthorn at Adelaide Oval. It's Port Adelaide in the first quarter, 2-3 to Hawthorn 1-1. And we'll go to the second quarter. And the second quarter, Port Adelaide kicked 2 goals, 1 to Hawthorn 1-2. And low scoring, halftime. Port Adelaide are up by 13 points. All right, let's go to the third quarter. In the third quarter, Hawthorn kicked 5 goals, 5 to Port Adelaide 2-1. And at three-quarter time, Hawthorn are up by 9 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Hawthorn have won by 16 points. They kicked 2 goals, 3 to Port Adelaide, 1-2 in the last quarter. Final scores, Port Adelaide 7-7-49 to Hawthorn 9-11-65. All right, let's go to the last game of the round. It's Collingwood versus St Kilda at the MCG. Go to the first quarter. High scoring game. Collingwood kicked 6 goals, 3, 39 to St Kilda 6-4, 40 in the first quarter. Let's go to the second quarter. And the second quarter, Collingwood kicked 3 goals, 2 to St Kilda 2 goals, 2. And at halftime, Collingwood are up by 5 points. Let's go to the third quarter. In the third quarter, St Kilda have kicked 4 goals, 6 to Collingwood 1-3. And at three-quarter time, Collingwood are down by 16 points. Let's go to the last quarter. In the last quarter, Collingwood have kicked 2 goals, 2 to St Kilda 1-5. And in the end, St Kilda have won by 13 points. All right, final scores: Collingwood 12-10, 82 to St Kilda 13-17, 95. Okay, that concludes round 11 for AFT Dice Season 4. What an exciting round this one was. We had one game that was a draw, Adelaide and Gold Coast. So they're sitting 5th and 6th. But in the top 4, we've got Essendon, North Melbourne, Brisbane, Hawthorn in the top 4. As I said before, Adelaide, Gold Coast, 5th and 6th. And then we've got Western Bulldogs and St Kilda in 7th and 8th. And then down the bottom, we've got Port Adelaide and Sydney, who played in the grand final in AFT Dice Season 3. So that concludes round 11, and we'll see you next time in round 12. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.